Harrison strikes again. And Tony has definitely facilitated this foolishness this time. So we've been seeing them going back and forth since the Casa recoupling. Tony has been being a crazy pick-me, up in the ante with the pick-me. She's been taking mug classes from Helena. It's getting wild. Shakira had the opportunity to dump Harrison, but she didn't want to do her homegirl like that, so she saved him. After she saves him, Tony's talking about, now I wish that you sent him home so I wouldn't have to see him being lovey-dovey with Lauren. And I was like, really, Tony? The girls didn't buy it, and neither did I. Because the next day, she's complaining to Harrison, basically saying, he doesn't deserve her. It's over with. I'm not going to be here with you. After she finds out that Harrison and Lauren have been doing bits in the bed. Now, she just thinks that they've just been doing hand movements, right? She doesn't know that the hand has been used to insert. Now, it seems like half of the villa knows what went down in full, but she's only managed to figure out that they have done, at the very least, hand business. She's trying to find out, and she's already saying, like, she can't compete with Lauren if she's putting out. But clearly, she don't give a fuck. I mean, we also have to remember that Tony was doing up threesome in front of everybody at a Las Vegas NFL party. We also need to remember that Tony's with the shits. She's trying to act like she's a lady, but she's not. She's not. She's shared men before. Everybody's looking at her crazy. Like, if she says that she's really done, like, why is she still entertaining Harrison? Like, why does there need to be these conversations, right? Everybody's clocking her. Cash is clocking her. And he's basically, at this point, like, I feel like you're taking a piss. Because you said that you were done with him, but you're just arguing with him every day, going back and forth with him every day. And he's basically saying, like, he's kind of, like, not really interested anymore. Tony's like, I'm sorry, it's over with. I promise it's over with. And he's saying, okay, I've got one arm in. This is basically him at the end of his tether, because this is now becoming embarrassing for her. Tony then has a talk with Lauren to basically say, you can have him. And Lauren's basically like, yeah, I think I will. But Tony warns her, he's going to make you cry. He's going to do you dirty. Good luck. Then there's a recoupling. Literally like 10 minutes before the recoupling, Harry's in the room with Harrison. So we already know they're up to some mischief. He starts talking about, I want Tony. And Harry's like, yeah, you can get her back. And it's like, I hate it because they're having these conversations and it's like, I know he can. Despite how ridiculous he's been, I know he can still get Tony back. And it's like, it's wild. It's wild because Tony's thinking they've done hand stuff, right? And she's already said she can't compete with that. She doesn't even know that they've done the whole business. And Harrison still hasn't told her that. He said, what him and Lauren do is their business. Tea, to be honest. Okay. But like I said, even when Tony finds out that they have had sex, which I think is just inevitable, she's probably going to be mad for about 5 whole minutes. But yeah, he hatches a plan with Harry to secretly talk to Tony in the terrace to be like, I want you. And that's what he does. And Tony's like, oh, why are you doing this now? Like, my head is scrambled. And he's basically like, yeah, I want to be together. But he's doing this and he's put Tony in a position where even if they recouple, right, he hasn't actually officially ended things with Lauren. And he was still kind of teetering whether he was actually going to do that. It was more Tony saying, if we get together, then it's over with Lauren, right? You can't speak to both of us. And he actually never really actually agreed. But anyway, the recoupling comes, it's girls' pick. Tony's turn. She's before Lauren. She picks Harrison. She does do a public apology. Cash is just looking down because he's just been publicly embarrassed because literally Tony said that she was done with him. So he's been blindsided. Lauren's been blindsided. But like I said, she's done a public apology and she's basically saying, it's me and Harrison, we're locked in. And Lauren is just crying. It's mad awkward. Everybody's gagged. And it was messy as fuck. And you know what? I enjoyed it. It was very entertaining. Then after the recoupling, Lauren is just distraught crying. She said she feels like an idiot. And yeah, I would feel like an idiot if I was Lauren because all of these games that Harrison is doing, okay, fair. You're the newbie. You came in after Casa. But he's talking to you and he's talking to Tony. You want him to sack it off with Tony. He's refusing to do that. He's still entertaining Tony. And before you've even gotten the commitment from him that you want, you're off in pants. Why? Why? And she clearly did it literally just to keep him. I don't even think she did it for her own pleasure, because Harrison gives very much selfish lover. Did she even come once? Who knows? But I know she made sure Harrison was good. Did Harrison make sure she was good? I doubt it. She probably just feels even worse. Yeah, Lauren, you were doing too much for Harrison of all people. You should feel like an idiot, I have to say. Yeah, Harrison and Tony, they're back together. Will this be an end to the shenanigans? I doubt it. But hey, I was thoroughly entertained. I want to hear your thoughts on the whole situation.